this is Rick Stapp with UWUNA.com, and today we will be reviewing the Samsung Galaxy S8. Today's review is being sponsored by Connect Us Wireless. For more information, please visit us at UWUNA.com. First, let's look at the box that the S8 comes in. Samsung always pulls out all the stops, gives you the best quality products, and some really awesome packaging. If you look real close, you'll see this little arrow. That will be the side that you open it up with. Took me a few minutes to find that the first time. Inside of here is the S8. But before I show you that, let's get into the box. Behind this is the little key that you use to have access to the SIM card, as well as extra memory. A manual of some type is inside there. Here is the power adapter to charge the device. This is now USB-C. Speaking of that, you do also receive two adapters to the USB-C. This one is USB-C to traditional USB. You look. And the other one is USB-C to micro USB. And they include those. And on the other side is the USB-C cord. And then a very nice set of headphones from AKG. I will get into these a little bit later. But let's start talking about what you're here for, and it's the S8. Let's boot it up. While it boots up, you'll see that it has a 5.8 Quad HD Super AMOLED display at 2960 by 1440 resolution. On the S8, the most interesting feature is also one of the most prominent, and that's the Samsung's new Infinity display. It's really just a fancy name that Samsung has given it to the curved AMOLED display with the rounded off corners. Yes, the screen's a bit different, and it does affect how you hold it. It definitely feels a little more unique and a little more high quality. Now, as for a camera, the front camera is 8 megapixel. The rear camera is a 12 megapixel. Maximum zoom is an 8 times digital. As for the camcorder, the video recording, it records in 4K at 30 frames per second, or at 1080p at 30 frames, or 60 frames per second, or 720p at 30 frames per second. This really can do everything. Now, the processing power. It is an octa-core 2.3 gigahertz quad and a 1700 gigahertz quad 64-bit processor. What this means is there are 4 processors working at 2.3 gigahertz and another 4 working at 1.7 gigahertz. This is a true octa-core processor. What that really means is 8 processors are working at the same time. It is fast, in other words, very, very fast. The S8 also now is equipped with Bluetooth 5.0, and the S8 will allow you to connect 2 different Bluetooth devices and play the audio through both devices simultaneously. What that means is you can have a headset on and a Bluetooth set of speakers going at the same time. And speaking of those headphones, these are Pure Sound headphones by AKG. They really are a phenomenal pair of headphones that they include. Really stepping it up here. Now, for battery life, you'd think that all this fancy tech would drain the battery life in 5 minutes, but if you're playing MP3s only on this device, you can get 67 hours, up to 67 hours of playtime. Now, if you're talking on the phone, you get 20 hours of straight, consistent talk time, which is just incredible. Now comes the fun part. The S8 is water resistant again, this time carrying the IP68 dust and water resistant rating. Essentially that means this can be dropped in up to 3 foot of water for no more than 30 minutes. Something that I've wanted to test. So let's test it. This really makes me nervous. Really does, especially the first time I've done this. I should have tested it ahead of time. But it seems to be working without any problems. Now once the phone does need charging, it can be done really fast with the new updated connector. As I mentioned, the S8 now supports USB-C right down there, or some call it Type-C. This connector is really nice because it gives it a true digital connection, ensuring that the base level of sound quality is just really perfect. It's really good for multitasking. You can pair a set of USB-C headphones that can play really high quality music and simultaneously measure your heart rate. It's really pretty cool what it can do. In conclusion, the Samsung keeps one-upping their flagship model with each new variation. It's really outstanding. They've done an incredible job on this S8. Now, for the last few seconds, I want to just zoom into the phone itself. And with the water and everything, there's the power, the volume adapters, the volume switches, excuse me. The cameras, the flash, power button. Once again, thank you. This is Rick Stapp on UWUNA.com, and this was sponsored by Connect Us Wireless. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Have a great day.